You, Representative Moran.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses here today. Transnational crime organizations are indeed stealing the life savings of our families and committing mass fraud by deceiving their victims. Retirement accounts are drained, and the hard-earned wealth of our nation's citizens are stolen by crime groups that operate these scam centers that we've been talking about today. This theft is severely affecting our country while China complicitly allows these operations to grow across Asia, as you guys have pointed out. In 2024, Americans lost at least $10 billion to cyber scam operations. This is an industrial-scale criminal enterprise run by Chinese transnational crime organizations out of the compounds in Southeast Asia, built on human trafficking, forced labor, and sophisticated digital fraud. These scam centers across the globe target constituents in every state, of every race and gender, and they are party agnostic. U.S. Attorney General Pirro has described what these scam centers are doing as creating, quote, a generational wealth transfer from Main Street America into the pockets of Chinese organized crime. I think that framing is exactly right. We're not talking about a con artist running a scheme out of a garage. We are talking about compounds the size of factory floors, staffed by trafficked workers using AI-generated profiles and months of social engineering to systematically strip Americans of everything they have. Mr. Sims, you have studied these networks extensively. Let me start with you. What makes the current scam ecosystem so fundamentally different from traditional fraud schemes, and how can my constituents in Northeast Texas detect that they are being targeted by this type of scam?
Thank you for the question. Ultimately, what makes this system different is the scale, the sophistication, and the amount of protection that they receive. We have protection meaning from a very wide array of factors, but starting at the level of the host governments in which they are based. But also extending to what I would describe as statutory immunity for the large private sector organizations through which a lot of this is facilitated. And so in terms of like how your constituents can be helped, first of all, please do not engage with people who are reaching out to you that you don't know. It's basically it's insufficient, it's totally inadequate. But don't give money to people that you've met online. I think what you said, though, is absolutely accurate. Every single demographic, every single person could fall victim to this. And there was a quote I heard just yesterday that there's writing on the walls of some of these compounds that say, there's not a single person who can't be scammed. They just haven't seen the right script at the right moment. And so we just need to be vigilant, and we need to make sure that our infrastructure here in this country is providing a distributed form of resilience to this distributed threat, as the report notes.
Yeah, I can testify to this personally because I had somebody call me about 2 weeks ago, and their spouse was on the phone with somebody right then and there. And I said, hang up, it's a scam. And it took about 30 minutes for me to convince them it was a scam because they were for sure that it was real. They know what they're doing. They're very sophisticated in what they're doing. Question number 2, I'm going to come over here to Ms. West. My career prior to coming to Congress was as an attorney and most recently as a county judge for Smith County in East Texas. Through that experience, I interacted with many different issues that faced our country, our county, and our country, and with the honorable leaders who sought to find solutions to those issues on the local level. Ms. West, you have experience as a deputy district attorney in California where you addressed these crimes head on and were successful in stopping this fraud while also restoring assets back to victims. Can you speak to the importance of local law enforcement and local governments in protecting our nation against these threats?
Thank you so much for the question. Absolutely. Our victims are walking in the front door of their local jurisdictions. They need to be met with someone who understands what this crime is and is equipped to take the right information from them so that they can start the process to immediately see if there's anything that can be recovered for the victim. What we've found is by bringing local law enforcement together, we're sharing information in a way that's never been shared before. Local law enforcement has united under this crypto coalition under Operation Shamrock, where we're sharing information about how to do this new type of crime. We've been tasked with cryptocurrency investigations. Most people didn't sign on when they became a new detective to be an expert in cryptocurrency investigations. What we found is that by giving them adequate tools, training, and community, they are able to and are in real time helping victims get money back and get it back in their hands. This can all be done at the local level with the right amount of training, tools, community.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for those responses. This committee's role, Mr. Chairman, in Congress, as you know, and as you guys have led valiantly, is to address the threats that Chinese Communist Party poses to the United States as a whole and to our constituents. We've covered a lot of critical issues such as critical minerals trade strategy, military cooperation, and the advancement of innovation technology. But this topic today is one that has the most direct impact, I think, on our constituents on a daily basis. These scam centers, largely consisting of victims of human trafficking and forced labor themselves, are stealing directly out of the pockets of Americans, and we must do more as a congressional body. I look forward to advancing legislation and working with these witnesses and others that will help to leverage our law enforcement and stop these crimes altogether. Thank you for your time. I yield back.